Happy hump day. How is everyone feeling? How is everyone doing? We have so much to get into on this happy hour hang. I'm so happy it's starting. I cannot wait to start getting into this to you guys. I see Reggie is in here. George is in here. George, I see you're still feeling down and out with this flu, bug, whatever you have. I hope you're on the mend soon. Maria, Jessica, Dahlia is in here as well. Let's see. SWSMS, Destiny, Robert, Georgina. Hello, everyone. Melissa, welcome. Amy Underwood, Christine, Song of the Fierce. Patty also just popped in. Cousin is in here. Abby, Heather, Becky, Terry. You guys, we have so much to get into. Of course, we're going to talk about Michelle Trachtenberg. Then we're going to talk about Millie Bobby Brown. We're going to talk about Bad Baby, this whole Alabama Barker, Bad Baby, Kanye situation. We are going to discuss, just because I know a couple people were asking about it on Monday. We didn't get to it. We are going to talk about this Mason Disick conspiracy theory out there right now as well. We also are going to talk about Justin Bieber and the video he posted on his Instagram that is not helping the rumors about his mental health, possible substance use. The video is not great. The video is definitely not doing Justin any favors. We'll go ahead and say that. Then we're also going to talk a little bit about Selena. We're going to talk about Taylor and Travis. So it is going to be a very full and well-rounded happy hour hang today. I saw Marie say, any Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively news? Marie, nothing really as of right now, not any big craziness. I've been trying to kind of give everyone a little cleansing of Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively tea, unless it is like pressing, need to know, very important, just because I feel like everyone was kind of getting a little fatigued by all of the constant updates. So nothing major to report as far as Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively as of right now. I feel like I'm jinxing myself, and tomorrow something major is probably gonna break. But as of right now, nothing. Also, thank you, Marissa. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Shout out to Marissa, always making sure I look good on her Instagram stories. A true girl's girl. She never has me with my mouth open, looking crazy on the screen grab. So Marissa, I appreciate you. I'm so happy that you were able to tune in today. Hello. Also, Joy popped in reminding everyone to give this video a thumbs up, and also about the membership. Thank you, Joy. Also, hi, Tabitha. You guys, just a quick reminder with the membership, it is so easy to join. When you go to my channel homepage, right next to the subscribe button, you'll see the join button. And with the membership, you get access to so much more exclusive tea. You get more access to me. We have our members only lives every Tuesday, members only video every Friday, and we also have our exclusive members only group chat, which is iconic. It is the moment. It is something that I don't even know how I ever survived without it. So definitely, if you are kind of like, should I join the membership? I don't know. I've never really done, a subscription like that for a creator. I promise you, I make it completely worth it. And it is just an expansion and an even greater way to get closer with some amazing people that we have here in our House of Hill family. I saw Betty just popped in. Kim just popped in as well. Also Crimson Rose and Chris. Hello, everyone. I saw someone say, please, so done with them talking about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. It's gotten crazy, right? It has gotten absolutely insane, but also too, it's something that's major that's happening. It's a huge case. It's taking over a lot of our lives. So I try to balance giving y'all the need to know tea without having you fatigued and completely over the situation. But sometimes we have to get into the updates. I feel like same with Diddy. it kind of got to a point where every day almost, it felt like there was a new lawsuit coming forward. So that's why we always just hit with, you know, the big updates, what we need to know, and then we keep it pushing because it was getting crazy. Also, Vintage by Vandergrift, what's up, House of Phil fam? Been a while since I've caught an actual live. I've been watching and supporting on the gram. Thanks for all that you do, Madison. It's been a great escape. Vintage by Vandergrift, I'm so happy you were able to catch this live. I see you on my Instagram. I appreciate you so freaking much for always supporting me on every platform. To that point, you guys, I wanted to say, if you're not following me on Instagram, could you please? It would be so incredibly helpful. Y'all know I have been trying to grow the Instagram for pretty much probably since since the beginning of you following me on here. So please, if you're not following me on Instagram, please go ahead and do so. Also, Diana, just like Princess Diana, aka the vibes are immaculate, the vibes are high. Diana, welcome to the membership. I'm so excited to welcome you. You are going to absolutely love it. You will now have access to all of the members' videos that have been posted already. Make sure after this live, go to the community tab for members. You will see an invite link to the Discord, and that way you can get in the group chat right away. Diana, I'm so excited to have you. You are going to have so much fun. Welcome. Y'all know I have a goal of hitting 200 members by my birthday, which is right around the corner in April. So Diana, thank you for being a huge part in making that goal happen. Let's see. Crimson Rose said, Madison, careful talking about Snake Lively. She wants to come for content creators and hush them. I've been seeing some of that. Crazy. Y'all know, I also feel like you guys would be able to tell if I was getting a check from someone. Like, full disclosure, y'all would know. And I feel like we have the relationship where I could also just tell y'all, like, look into the eyes. And it would have to be, for me personally, to jeopardize my integrity, it would have to be big. It would have to be big enough that, like, we're going on a House of Hill group trip. It would have to be really, really nice. Really nice. And even then still, I feel like y'all would know. You know what I mean? I love it. Jocelyn said, I hope you'd get a check from someone I would support. Jocelyn said, girls, secure the bag. Because y'all know, I always say, the more we're able to grow together, the more we get to do together. So trust me, it would be a check that I would make sure would benefit all of us, okay? Also, Marissa, thank you, my love. Always got your back. Absolutely freaking appreciate you. You absolute icon. Also, thank you for always sharing about these lives on Instagram, Marissa. You and Tamara, I really appreciate it so much. Also, Joy said, happy birthday month to all the fab babies. Yes, happy birthday. Your month has been iconic and amazing. And now we're getting ready for March. My sister's birthday is in March 7th. So all of our Pisces girlies, I think Miss Jackie X is also a Pisces as well. Hi, Tammy. Are amazing, emotional beings. Y'all teach us Tauruses how to have more emotions. So thank you for that. Also, Diana said, love you, Madison. My B-Day was February 17th, but we love a B-Day month. That is right. This is my present to myself. Diana, you know, as a Taurus, I always subscribe to a treat yourself to a birthday gift. And I am honored that I am a part of your birthday gift to yourself. So thank you so much. I am so pumped for you. And I hope you had an incredible birthday and birthday month. I also wanted to shout out Song of the Fierce. Thank you, Madison, for this time. My baby is sick. Oh no, so it's been tiring, but now I'm rocking him to sleep while I get to listen in and let my mind take a break. Thank you. Song of the Fierce. Do you guys ever notice when someone says anything about their bebés, if they're like, I'm watching this while taking care of my bebé, I immediately feel like I need to whisper because I'm just like, we do not want to disrupt bebé. Bebé is sick. Bebé is winding down. This is Song of the Fierce's time to wind down. Like, immediately I feel the need to, like, channel Zen Madison, which, as I was talking about on the Members Only Live, I don't think I'll ever be fully Zen, but we're trying. So absolutely amazing. Take this time for yourself. You guys know these happy hour hangs are your time to just get into the tea, forget about whatever life is throwing at you, because life is always throwing a lot. I know it's about to be a busy, busy time for a lot of people. Spring is upon us. So definitely take this time for some tea, to get into the community that we have here. We're a support system for one another. We tea together and we also life together. And it really is always the best freaking time. Also, Robert, happy birthday to your grandma. I just saw you post that in there as well. So I wanted to make sure we sent Robert's grandma some wishes. Life is short, Chris. That is the tea. Absolutely. Also, I wanted to shout out Ashley. Hi, normally I'm a silent after watcher, but I just found out about Michelle Trachtenberg passed away, since we have Gossip Girl fans here. Yes. So let's go ahead and get into that, because I saw a lot of people talking about Michelle as I was getting onto this live. So, I love Marie said my 1 a.m. guilty pleasure. Marie, icon for staying up till 1 a.m. I am just so upset by this Michelle news, you guys. So she was in Gossip Girl, she was in Buffy, she was in a lot of things. But Michelle Trachtenberg sadly passed away at the age of 39. 17 again. Thank you, Robert. Great movie. Harriet the Spy. I feel like Gossip Girl is always first in my brain, because you guys know, like, I am still such a Gossip Girl fan. It caught me off guard as well, Abby. I mean, 39, you guys. 39 is young. 39 is young. 39 is, again, one of those ages that you see in a headline that you don't expect and that you shouldn't be seeing in a headline. You know what I mean? Her family released a statement confirming her passing and said that their family requests privacy at this time. They didn't really give any more details into what exactly happened with Michelle. As far as what we do know, we know that her mother was the one who found her in her New York apartment. She was found unresponsive, called 911. EMS pronounced her deceased on the scene. She reportedly had a liver transplant recently. Not that long ago, so they're thinking maybe complications from that. That's what Gigi just popped in. Hi, Gigi. Liver transplant rejection allegedly. No foul play is suspected. Several of her co-stars have, reacted to the passing on social media, and they've released statements. Her neighbors were talking about her, just saying how, she was always happy, she was always so kind, she was always smiling. Just incredibly, incredibly sad. Again, 39 years old, not the headline we should be reading, not the news we should be talking about. I see a lot of you talking about like liver transplant rejection. That's likely what it was. And just so incredibly sad. So incredibly sad. Sending all of our love, hugs, and prayers to her family, all of her friends, her fans. I think this news kind of rocked a lot of people. Michelle was a huge part of a lot of people's favorite shows and movies, and I've been seeing a lot of people react to this news, and it is just, it's heartbreaking. And these are my least favorite stories to have to fill y'all in on. Like, I hate having to report on this kind of stuff, but obviously it's very important. We want to make sure we're paying our respects. We want to make sure, again, that, Michelle knows she left an incredible, incredible legacy, and something that we'll continue to be able to look back on. So definitely, like I said, just sending all of our thoughts and prayers to Michelle and her family, friends, and fans. We're going to go ahead and move on and talk about Millie Bobby Brown. I'm serious. I'm going to address your super chats now. I didn't address them earlier because we were talking about something very serious. Not unserious, LOL. So unserious said is having some toilet issues. Okay. I saw some people giving advice in the chat. Connie said, leave it for 30 to 60 minutes, try again. You need time for the water to break down. Betty said, boiled water with baking soda. Also, you're probably going to need a plunger. And you're really just gonna have to get in there. I would not flush it. I would leave it, go get a plunger, and then you're really gonna have to just like get in there. I think if you can, I don't know if it's like a house or an apartment situation, but if you're an apartment, I would definitely contact maintenance. That's what I would do in this situation. Or a plunger for sure. A plunger is going to be your best friend. You're gonna have to get a plunger, get some towels, and just prepare if there's any overflow. It's just one of those things that's about adulting. You know what I mean? Sometimes adulting is not the most fun. Not the most fun. I saw Valentina say, life is lifing lately, but I'm so happy to be able to be live with y'all doing the thesis as I get some tea. Also, I need some good vibes. My boyfriend is having arm surgery tomorrow, plus thesis. Oh my gosh, Valentina, that is a lot. Life is lifing. Wow, sending you all the positive vibes and also sending your boyfriend all of the positive vibes as he goes into surgery. Y'all got this. Okay, moving into, I'm laughing. Song of the Fear said, roll the sleeves up. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, roll the sleeves up, get a plunger, get in there. It's giving me PTSD from when my college house, y'all, this quick story, and then I'll move on. The house I lived in my senior year of college, we had like an unfinished basement and it was super old. It was like an older house. It was amazing. It was so fun. Loved living there. But homecoming weekend, which is when all of our parents were in town, we had sewage back up in the basement, okay? And it was like standing sewage. Had to call Roto-Rooter. They had to come in, do their magic, and then they were like, yeah, we won't clean it up though. Like, we'll fix the problem, but you have to clean the sewage. And shout out, this is just, you guys know I talk about my parents all the time, but major shout out to Papa Hill here, okay? Papa Hill said, I know you're not gonna be able to do this. Papa Hill rolled up his sleeves, him and another dad. The dad's name was Mike. Mikey B is what we called him. Rolled up their sleeves and went down there and cleaned up our basement for us. And I just will always be forever grateful. They needed several adult beverages after that, as they should, but just shout out to Papa Hill. He was like, you're not gonna be able to handle this. And so he did it, and that is why Mama and Papa Hill, icons, forever and ever and ever indebted to them. Unserious said, I'm serious, you're probably gonna have to call a plumber. If that's not working, you're gonna have to call a plumber, which I know is probably not the news you wanted to hear, but it's probably the safest bet. So I would just do it. Just call a plumber, it'll be better, and they can fix it. Okay, moving on to Millie Bobby Brown. So you guys, Millie Bobby Brown's appearance has been causing a lot of questions. I'm sure y'all have seen that she is kind of rocking a more mature look these days. She's bleach blonde. A lot of people were actually saying some pretty negative things about her appearance at the SAG Awards. They were talking about how she seems to have gotten some filler in her face. She's blonde. She looks older than she is. All of the people have just been saying some not so nice things about Millie Bobby Brown. Regardless, we now possibly have an idea as to why she has gone from brunette to blonde. According to a report from Radar Online, it's possible that Millie is getting ready to play Britney Spears in her upcoming biopic. Now, this is just a rumor for right now. This is just a rumor that maybe she's pulling an Ariana Grande, really getting into the character, living as Britney. Remember, a while back, Millie Bobby Brown actually said, I would love to play Britney Spears in a biopic. Like, I would love to do that. If you remember, Britney even kind of clapped back and was like, I'm still here. No one should be playing me in a movie. Like, Britney kind of got pressed about it when Millie said it. But Millie has made it clear if there was someone she could play for a biopic, it would be Britney. And so there are rumors, now that we know John M. Chu is turning Britney's memoir into a film, into a biopic, that Millie has been the one picked to play Britney. So, honestly, I wouldn't be mad about it. I think Millie would play a great Britney. And if that is the reason why she's going blonde, I live for it. But also, if that's not the reason she's going blonde and she just wanted to go blonde to see if the rumors are true and that we have more fun, also, who cares? Who cares? I feel like people are so harsh on Millie Bobby Brown because she doesn't look the same way she looked when she first started Stranger Things. And let's remember, she was a child when she started on Stranger Things. She's now 21 years old. She is a wife, a full wife, which I know some people had some thoughts about that. They felt like she was too young to be getting married. Regardless, she has grown up a lot. She has grown up a lot. It's been 10 years almost since she, stepped into the spotlight. So I do think people need to give her a little slack, obviously she's going to change. She's going to experiment with her look. You know what I mean? You're surrounded by people who maybe are doing certain things to their face. You might want to experiment doing certain things to your face. Again, if you have the funds and it makes you feel better about yourself, I'm not going to hate. It doesn't have to be something we would do, because I see LH saying she's so young, she doesn't need fillers, Botox, etc. It's not something maybe we would do at 21, but if she wants to do it and deal with the consequences of that, she has the funds. She has the funds to be doing it. Also, hi Delphine. Hello. So, also a little added tea about the upcoming Britney film. We know John M. Chu recently did an interview saying, he wants Britney heavily involved. He wants to do this film about Britney justice. A little added tea. The source did say that part of what is making this Britney biopic a little bit of a challenge so far is the fact that Britney keeps changing her mind, which is why I think it's not official if Millie is going to play her. The source said that Britney's changing her mind. As soon as it feels like they're moving in one direction, Britney will take it in another. So we shall see what ends up happening. Robert said, people need to stop making things a bigger deal than it needs to be. Stop blowing things out of proportion, talking about her appearance. I mean, I would say Millie's appearance at the SAG Awards was heavily discussed, and Selena's appearance was heavily discussed at the SAG Awards. People were saying she's on Ozempic, she's so much thinner than she was the year before. Those two and their appearance were really discussed a lot on social media. Also, hi Angela, I'm so happy you were able to make it as well. Eric said, sorry, my opinion. No apologies. But Tate McRae should play Britney Spears because she has that look and she can dance too. A lot of people have been saying Tate McRae is like this generation's Britney Spears. So I don't feel like that is a completely out of bounds or unpopular opinion. So, and Robert agrees with you. It looks like unserious. I'm tired of Tate McRae. I'm tired Robert agrees with you too. So yeah, more like Madison Rae. I'm dead. Betty said if Britney's involved, they'll never finish the film. I do feel like at some point they'll have to rein her in for sure in order to get it done. You know what I mean? Because you can't once the process is a certain point along, they're not making any changes. So we shall see. Okay, moving on. We know it's going to be a while because John still has to finish Wicked Part 2. They still have all the press for that. So this Britney biopic is going to be a little bit down the road, but it is coming. Okay, moving on to this Bad Baby, Alabama Barker Kanye mess of a situation. If you guys are here and haven't given this video a thumbs up, please go ahead and do so. That way people who have not gotten their YouTube notifications will get it before we get into all of this tea. So you guys, I'm laughing at my own joke that I made. Crimson Rose, Addison Rae, she is from Louisiana. I knew that you were talking about Addison Rae, not Madison Rae, but it did make me laugh. The typo made me laugh. I'm laughing at my own joke in my notes, you guys. I put, move over Drake and Kendrick Lamar. There's a new rap beef in town. LOL JK. So I'm giggling at myself. But this Bad Baby, Alabama Barker feud, I don't even know if you can call it a rap beef. Like, this feud is just so interesting, to be honest. It's making me giggle. I can't lie. I find it hilarious. So, Bad Baby, aka Dana Bergoli, aka the girl who got famous on Dr. Phil saying, "Cash me outside, how about that?" Hi, Sandra. Her and Alabama Barker, Travis Barker's daughter, have kind of been at each other on social media for a few weeks now. I've been seeing them go back and forth for a bit now, but it's coming to a head because Bad Baby released a music video. But they've been going at each other for a few weeks because Bad Baby accused Alabama Barker of pursuing her baby daddy. Alabama says, "No, he pursued me." And of course, this is over a man. And they've been going back and forth. So it really came to a head yesterday because Bad Baby released a music video. It's fascinating to me too, Ash. Bad Baby released a music video for her diss track. Okay? And say what you will about Bad Baby, okay? This diss track low-key goes in, okay? I was clutching my pearls watching this video, listening to the diss track in its entirety. This song is called Miss Whitman, which is after Patricia Arquette's character in True Romance, who we know Alabama is named after this character, Travis, and oh my gosh, why is Alabama's mom escaping me right now? Shanna Boakler have both said that is who she's named after, so that's funny. In the song, Bad Baby like makes fun of Alabama for being hospitalized for nicotine withdrawal, which we know Alabama denied that, but she goes in on that. She says her downstairs is stinky. She also made a dig at Kourtney Kardashian with the line, "Your stepmom burnt out why she took your sister's second hand." Because remember, there was that whole thing about how Travis Barker openly used to have a crush on Kim Kardashian. In the music video, there's a Travis Barker lookalike on the drums, and Bad Baby's like twerking on him. I was like, oh, we're not holding back. We're not holding back. If I were Alabama, I would be hiding under the covers, not coming out of the house. I would be like, you know what? I'm going to take the L. I'm going to take the L. Because Bad Baby just, in my opinion, I don't even know how Alabama Barker competes with that. This is no shade to Alabama. I don't think she has it in her. Yes, Alabama has way more resources. Yes, she has access to more people in the music industry. But I think she might have to take the L, okay? Kanye also was dragged into this situation because Bad Baby samples his song Carnival for the diss track. And after she did the diss track in the video, she actually posted on her Instagram story thanking Kanye and Bianca. And then she was on Instagram Live and played what sounded like a Kanye feature on a remix of this diss track. So then the headlines were going crazy, okay? The headlines were like, Kanye West teams up with Bad Baby to destroy the Kardashians, and it was becoming this huge narrative. Now Kanye has spoken out. We know he loves to speak out, right? And Kanye posted a video on social media and was like, whoa, I talked to Travis Barker. He said he made it clear to Travis, and he wanted to make it clear to everybody else, that he is not in the middle of some AI beef. He said a lot of people are throwing his voice onto things these days that he actually has nothing to do with. He said he did give Bad Baby permission to sample his song, as he always gives people permission. He said he always wants to be the one in control of saying who can use his songs, who cannot. So he did give her permission to use his song as a sample in the diss track, but he is not collabing with her. He did not give her a verse. He's not doing anything intentionally to take down the Kardashians. But I thought it was just hilarious that we're even at a point that Kanye West is having to comment on his involvement with a Bad Baby Alabama Barker feud. Like, of all things that I thought Kanye West would actually maybe be above, I would think he would be like, I'm not even wasting my time commenting on this, but he did. And again, I think it's because the narrative was getting spun that he was going against the Kardashians. And I think he was just like, no, don't start that nonsense. Because, you know, nobody wants to hear that. And we've seen that one too many times before. But I cannot lie, you guys, this whole situation fascinates me. And I know some people are going to be like, Madison, that's so lame. What do the kids say these days? It's my lore. Am I using that correctly? And if I'm not, Gen Zers in the chat, check me immediately. But it's a little bit of a lore, right? Because I'm just like, how are Alabama Barker and Bad Baby feuding right now? And how is Bad Baby literally dragging her so bad? Oh, Jelena said I'm not using that correctly. Dang it. Okay, well, oh, Mona Lisa said no. Oh my God. Eric said no. Oh my God. No. Okay, well, never mind. Insert new word there. Wow, I just showed my age. So if anyone didn't know, I am a millennial and I don't know how to correctly use the word lore. Dang, that's embarrassing. But either way, fascinating to me, and I cannot lie. Bad Baby's music video and her draggings of Alabama made me giggle. Unserious said, what the heck is this 2019 social media mess? That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. It feels like 2019 and it feels crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. And I see some people talking about Mason Disick. I also saw Robert and I think Betty talking about Jason Kennedy. So yes, Jason Kennedy posted on his Instagram about how I think it's River, their child River, is in the ICU right now, and didn't give too many more details than that. I saw the post asking for prayers. I took a moment in that time when I saw it to say a prayer for his child. Jason Kennedy used to be a host on E! News. He is not anymore. He is he's from the like Juliana Rancic days of E! News. That's why I follow him. I've kind of also followed him and his wife's journey from, she was in a horrible, I believe, plane accident, lost her arm. They've been married for a while now, but yeah, he posted about his 2-year-old being, in the ICU. So definitely sending all of the positive vibes and prayers to him and his family. Mona Lisa, I don't really know what he's doing now. I know his wife has a business. I think he still does some like television segments here and there. But yeah, so that's what's up with Jason Kennedy. So I saw Miss Jackie X say from millennial to millionaire. Miss Jackie X, that's gonna be my new motto. From millennial to millionaire. Okay, period. Unserious said the big three are Bad Baby, Woe Vicky, and Lil Tay. Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about Woe Vicky since my old job. Crazy. Okay, let's get into this Mason Disick conspiracy. And I just want to address it because I've seen a lot of people bring it up in the chat. I just saw Jelena, did you ever look into it? So there is this conspiracy theory. I guess it's not conspiracy. There is a theory out there, okay? A rumor, if you will. That's right, Miss Jackie X, them billionaire, baby. That's the T. There is a rumor going around that 15-year-old Mason Disick has a child who is reportedly around 1 year old. It's allegedly a daughter named Piper. And this, Tabitha, literally me. This theory, this rumor, started after people found what they thought was Mason Disick's like private fam-only Instagram account. And on this, he's 15. On this Instagram account, he was allegedly talking about how he has this child, how he met the mother of this child in his art class, how the child was a, quote, failed protection baby. It feels crazy. Also, hi, Miss Ace. Hi, love. It feels crazy, right? Because if this is true, that would mean that Mason possibly impregnated this girl around the age of 13, which biologically I know is possible, which is crazy. But that like literally feels jaw-dropping. Here's the thing about this, and this is alleged, this is not confirmed, this is a literal rumor that the internet is running wild with. I want to make that crystal clear. The thing about Mason Disick, and this is something that is my personal opinion based on some previous behavior, I do feel Mason is a very entitled kid. If you guys remember, like early into the pandemic, Mason was going live on TikTok and spilling all the family tea. He was the one who was like, Kylie and Travis aren't even dating. I haven't seen Travis in forever. He was just spilling all the family tea, could care less, right? And I said in that moment when I watched that live that Mason gives me the impression of like, I'm Mason Disick, I have XYZ, I have this and that, like, what are you gonna do to me? That was the impression I got from this kid during that Instagram or TikTok live years ago. I also think too, again, this is my own personal opinion, I do feel as though when it comes to all of the sisters, Courtney strikes me as the most lax parent. She strikes me as maybe a parent who doesn't discipline as hard as Chloe, because I actually don't think Kim does a lot of discipline either, in my personal opinion. So it's like the opportunity for this to happen could have been there, but it feels absolutely crazy to me that at 13 he could be impregnating somebody from his art class. Like, that just feels like, what in the Jerry Springer aren't we talking about here? Also, you know, if in some universe that did happen, at least, you know, his family has the means to help take care of the child. The child will be okay. I just don't want to believe we are, 13-year-olds should be texting each other in art class. Like, 13-year-olds should be going outside and playing I don't even know, sports, okay? Playing video games. Like, I don't even know what they should be doing, but they should not be impregnating each other. And call me old-fashioned, but I just feel like that is crazy. So, again, this is a rumor, this is a theory, this is people taking things on social media that could be fake and turning it into something. I don't know why I just got so close to you guys, sorry, when I was talking about that, but it just feels crazy. Like, what? There's no way, right? I see some of you being like, Madison, I can see it. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Marissa said, okay, enjoying the happy hour hang, the rift with an iced coffee and snacks. Cheers. Oh my God, Marissa, cheers. Cheers to the iced coffee in the midst of this mess. Joy said, I seriously doubt that happened. He may have had relations and maybe got the girl pregnant, but I seriously doubt that they let the girl have the baby. I don't think Mama Chris would allow that. Baby said, oh, now we can expect the consequences of the Kardashians type of paternity. When it comes to the next Kar-Jenner fam having a baby, the kids didn't come to mind in any way, not yet. Sadly, it's not uncommon anymore. I also am like, do we think that they're not putting a kibosh on this discussion right now because it has people talking about them? You know what I mean? I kind of feel like the show is not doing well. Okay, let's just call it like it is. No one's tuning in. So I do also kind of feel like normally this is something Courtney, like they would be all over, right? They would be on social media being like, you guys are sick thinking that a child had a child, like y'all are messed up, y'all are sick in the head, y'all are disgusting. They would be pulling our hair out over a rumor like this normally. The fact that it's been going on since last weekend, it's now Wednesday, no one said anything. I kind of feel like they're just happy to be talked about, you know, which is a little bit icky, Again, I feel weird. Like, I literally am just like, ew. I don't like talking about kids doing this. Like, ugh. That's why I honestly couldn't watch Euphoria. Because I'm like, what? It's too much. It's too much, and they're supposed to be underage. Like, it's just, I can't. So anyway, moving on. It is an ick, and I am praying it's not true. Kids should be kids. I honestly feel a little icky continuing to talk about it, so we're going to go ahead and move on. But it's a theory out there. It's a rumor, and I definitely wanted to address it with y'all because I know that there is questions out there and people are saying it. And again, it's something people are discussing, so had to get it out there. Okay, let's move on and talk about Justin Bieber. I was about to make a really bad joke, but I'm not going to. If you guys can give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, go ahead and do so. I was gonna make a joke. Let's move on to Rain's dad, because that conspiracy theory does make me laugh, like giggle, that people think Justin Bieber fathered Rain. He did not. But it is funny that I went from one to the other. Okay, so this Justin Bieber Instagram video, okay? Thank you guys for laughing at me. I live, laugh before it. Okay, so Justin Bieber posted this Instagram video of him rhyming to the word hi, okay? Not great given the fact that just on Monday, we were talking about his rep speaking to TMZ saying, Justin Bieber's not doing any substances, this narrative is ridiculous, people are, you know, perpetuating these salacious false narratives, Justin's the happiest he's ever been, what are you guys talking about, he's just a little sleep deprived. And then Justin goes and he posts this. Now, there is something about Justin Bieber that I do think he is a little bit of a troll. I think he likes to poke fun at what people are saying about him. And I think he's very aware of what the internet is saying about him. And he was in a mood and thought impulsively, let's post this video and really get the girlies talking. Well, the girlies are talking, it worked. But I also think too, he doesn't look great in the video. Like the video, I did not see that and think, haha, Justin Bieber got me. Justin Bieber, you're hilarious. You're right. I'm crazy. You're thriving. You're the happiest you've ever been. Joke is on me. I did not feel that way watching that video. I saw that video and I was like, if I am on his PR team, if I am Hailey, I am grabbing you by the ear, okay? It's time for some discipline because now is not the time to make that joke. No, like it's not gonna hit for people. It's just gonna fuel their fire. And why are we fueling it? Why are we fueling it? I don't know. He was hacked. Dead. I just felt like that was not the time. That was not the time. And he didn't look great. Again, I know he might be playing into the bit, but I'm just like, if I am Hailey, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I am like, sir, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? What were you thinking? We're not there yet. We're not, it's too soon to joke. You know what I mean? Unserious said, how would you marry your stalker of 10 years? Be honest. Oh, House of Hill. Thought you said how. I was like, I don't have one of those. House of Hill, would you marry your stalker of 10 years? Be honest. Miss Heather said that video made me nervous for him. Terry said praying for Justin Bieber. I mean, the comments were literally all about, some people were saying, I don't care, give me new music no matter what. But a lot of the comments were like, he needs to find his way back. This is scary. He doesn't look good. I'm concerned. He turned the comments off. Oh, interesting. As of this morning, they were still up. It's wild to me that he turned the comments off but left the video up. Not that it would matter. It's been screen recorded and downloaded already, so even if he deleted it too late. But I'm sure he turned the comments off because the comments were all like, you're using something that rhymes with hugs. Like, it did not look good. And that's my thing. Even if it's for the bit, he still didn't look great in the video. I still feel like something is going on. I feel like that much is clear. That is not sleep deprivation, okay? That is serious stress. I think that serious stress is caused from a lot of things. But it was not giving, this is a bit, it was just giving Justin Bieber, you need to be in timeout for at least 30 minutes because you are causing Hailey some serious upper lip sweat. Like, I would have possibly given my pinky toe to see Hailey's reaction to him posting that on social media. Because imagine you're deep into this relationship. People are constantly talking about your husband's appearance, constantly talking about how you're to blame for all of this craziness, constantly talking about how he looks terrible. His rep just had to speak out on Monday saying he's not using substances. You have a child, you're tired, you're running a business, you're doing all of these things, and then of all things, you open your Instagram app and you see your husband is eating popcorn with the bags under his eyes popping, singing about high, flying high, as a magpie. Like, I imagine the upper lip sweat started immediately. Because mine started as just from a purely PR standpoint. I was like, sir, I understand you're probably doing this for the bit, but no, not the time. I don't know. Again, I was just like, Babes. I could see it as he's doing it for the bit, but I still just think it was poor timing. Give it a week. Like it was just Monday we were getting the rep saying nothing's going on, and it's only Wednesday. We needed some more time. Jelena said, I 100% believe he's joking. I do think he has that personality. I'm not saying I don't think he could be joking. And I really don't think he's probably using anything hardcore. Do I think he's smoking weed? Yeah, but that's legal. It's legal. Here, at least, for recreational use. So he's free to do so. I don't think he's... I would hope not. But I do think something is going on. Like, he doesn't look like his old self. Happy-go-lucky self. I don't see him in that video, joking or not, and think, Justin's the happiest he's ever been. But again, that's just me. Okay. Moving on, though, because I want to make sure we have plenty of time to get into all of this. Selena, then Taylor and Travis. Y'all, I just really, when it comes to the Selena tea, wanted to say, like, my eyes are going to be on the Oscars this weekend. Normally, I kind of feel 50-50 going into the Oscars. Obviously, the Oscar slap was a huge moment. But normally, I always watch, but depending on whether it's going to be a tea-filled show or not, I'm always kind of 50-50. And I feel like this Oscars is going to be full of tea. Also, hi, Nona. If you're here, also, too, and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, will you please go ahead and do so? I see we have over 230 people watching. Hello. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. So, like I said, this Oscars is definitely going to be tea-filled. Selena Gomez is going to be there. She's presenting. Joe Alwyn is also presenting. Taylor's bestie, Taylor's ex. Obviously, they won't be presenting together. But just the fact that we could have a potential run-in, a potential side-eye situation. After Taylor had Selena's back with Justin run-ins, I have zero doubts that, you know, Selena would return the favor with Joe. Joe is presenting, you guys, because he is part of the Brutalist. He's part of the Brutalist, which is nominated, which is why he is going to be there. Also, hi, Jen B. I didn't see you pop into the chat. I wanted to make sure I said hello. I'm so happy you were able to make it to this live. So we will be tuning in for that. We also will be tuning in to see, remember, Carla Sofia Gascon is going to be there after her Twitter controversy. We talked about this on Monday, but I'll be very interested to see, is she sitting with the cast of Amelia Perez? Does she walk, you know, the carpet with them? What ends up happening with that? So we shall see. LB said, did you see Kayla Nicole's Fenty ad? So Kayla Nicole's actually been doing stuff with Fenty for a long time, even before the Travis fallout of it all. So I haven't seen her most recent ad, but I do know that she's worked with Fenty prior to this. So go off, Kayla. But yeah, so I will be watching the Oscars. I'll be very interested to see what happens, and we'll be tuning in. Moving on now to a little Taylor and Travis tea to just end on a high note, you know what I mean? We have a new report from Page 6. A source shared that Taylor and Travis are back stateside after a little international vacation post Grammys and Super Bowl. The source said, quote, Taylor and Travis had a really nice time reconnecting after a busy year. This insider also shared that Taylor and Travis have been stepping out on date nights. They've just been able to go unnoticed. So I feel like that has been a thing. People are like, Taylor and Travis are down bad crying at the gym because she lost at the Grammys and he lost the Super Bowl. As I've said before, I think they're going to go through a lot harder ships if they end up being together for the long haul. They are fine. They're still together. They were on vacation. They're back stateside. They have been going out on date nights. They've just been doing it without us knowing, even though we're nosy. So they have been dodging our nosiness. And honestly, I'm here for it. They should be dodging our nosiness and just enjoying one another right now. They're reportedly looking forward to some more downtime together. We love to hear it. I saw Jocelyn say, how does a 6'5" man go unnoticed? Honestly, it probably depends where they are. A lot of places in New York, they're gonna let them, for the most part, if they're able to sneak in through the back, stuff like that. Kansas City, Travis, before he was dating Taylor, was able to move around Kansas City without anyone ever saying anything. And I feel like they still respect that for the most part. Miss Jackie X, they're back. They're allegedly back from their international travels. They're back stateside. I also feel like in Europe, people kind of leave celebrities alone too. So yeah, they are fine. They're reportedly looking forward to spending more downtime together. We love to hear it. We know they'll be spotted soon. We love to see it. And just wanted to put that out there that Taylor and Travis, even if we're not seeing them, you know, out at a date night every night, they're Gucci. Also, Jen, do not apologize. Jen said, hey girl, I popped in late. You did not pop in rudely. It is totally okay. You're just on time. You are so fine. I just wanted to make sure I said hello. Chris said, I remember when he got with Tay, he couldn't even put gas in his car. Yes, it did flip. It did change. Jen said they can move around Casey just fine. 1,000,000%, Jen. Completely agree with you. I feel like people in Kansas City collectively want her to feel comfortable there. I've seen so many posts, you guys, that are like, if you see Taylor and Travis, like, do not approach them. Let them enjoy. We want her to feel safe and at home here. They could very easily move around Kansas City and people will let them have their privacy, let them have their moment. I think it's really important. The whole like city is very supportive of this relationship, as corny as it may sound to people. So they would let them move around pretty seamlessly. Let's see, Jelena said, Madison, do you know about this rumor where people are claiming Selena's 10-year ex-friend is trying to expose her? I saw y'all kind of talking about that in the group chat. There's been rumors about this kind of stuff before. I obviously hope it's not true. Robert with Caroline. I don't know. There's been stuff, Caroline Franklin, there's been stuff like this before. And then they always kind of, it's not her friend who gave her the transplant is Francia Raisa. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like there's always been rumors about her and Connor, but, oh, Caroline. Didn't she have a friend Connor too? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there's always kind of these rumors, but her friend group is pretty tight. So I think that's just something like maybe hold off on going full in right now and wait and see. Caroline is Connor's sister. I mean, Selena and Connor are pretty tight. I don't know about that. I'm kind of with you, Joy. I'm like, expose her for what? I feel like she is pretty open about everything. So it would have to be some serious tea to make us convinced that Selena's a terrible person. But also in that same breath, there's a huge portion of the internet of people who already think Selena's a terrible person. So I kind of feel like at this point, whatever anyone tries to do, it's just more noise for some people. You know, Selena, like I always say, is damned if she does, damned if she doesn't. And people are always just going to try to use anything that they find or read about her against her, which is so frustrating. You know how it is. Unserious said, thoughts and prayers to my toilet are appreciated. T, I hope you get that figured out. Definitely, if you can call a plumber, I would do that. I think that's always the way to go. Delphine said, Casey people are clearly a great community. We really are. Jen's a Casey girly. I don't mean to brag, but Casey is kind of where it's at. Today was one of those days, you guys, where the day moved so fast. I feel like I looked down and it was 2:30 and I was like, oh my God, we're an hour away from our happy hour hang. Because I was getting travel arrangements together and Kansas City is obviously part of those travel arrangements. So we love, love, love to hear it. Janet said, haven't made a live in so long. Look at me go. Yay! Janet, I'm so happy we're able to make it. I'm so happy y'all who are still here, who've been hanging with me this whole hour, were able to make it as well. If you're here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. Shout out to all of our after watchers. Thank you for after watching. Also shout out to Tracy, who always posts the time codes down in the comments so people don't come for my neck. You're iconic. I appreciate you. You guys definitely make sure you are following me on Instagram, TikTok, all of the things. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're new, make sure you join the membership. If you're thinking about it, you won't regret it. So happy that Diana joined this live. So excited to see you in the group chat. Also, shout out to all of our international House of Hill members as well. You guys, thank you for being here for another fun happy hour hang. I hope you all had a fantastic time. I hope you have a great rest of your night, great rest of your week, and I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.